it's a weird time to be doing stand-up. You know, I've never had any issues personally with anyone having a real problem with anything I've said on stage. I've never been the center of any controversy. I've never had any confrontations, but it is so strange to me the way people react to stand-up compared to how we react to other art forms, you know. Part of it is that some people do use jokes, you know, as a way to cloak saying something mean or shitty about another person or group of people. 100%, that happens. But I would also never defend that as good art, you know. Art can also be low quality, right? You know, I would say it's something you do have to allow, because making good art requires going through a process of making bad art, no matter what the art form, you know. You have to accept that a lot of bad art is going to exist if you want the good stuff, you know, that little juicy nugget of fantastic, right? That's what we're all looking for. Also, lots of comics aren't perfect people in their actual lives, myself included. You know, comedians, we're flawed people. We do bad things, just like every one of you watching this video. You know, human beings, we aren't good. You know, it's very strange to me that we expect artists to be less flawed than the rest of us. Like, as far as I can tell, everybody's a mess, you know? But I don't know, maybe I haven't met the right people. Maybe there's good people out there I don't know about. But, you know, that whole, you know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones saying comes to mind, right? Glass house. If you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. I think we all live in a glass house. That's my opinion. Part of the problem is, admittedly, you know, some celebrities try to cultivate an image of like moral superiority. So that does set them up for failure when their flaws are inevitably exposed at some point, you know. And no question, some artists' moral lapses are significantly more extreme than others. You know, I'm not defending anyone or excusing anyone's morally indefensible actions, all right? It's not that I don't believe ethical norms are valuable. They're critical for a functional society. You have to have ethical norms. There's no question, you know, being a great artist doesn't give you any extra permission to behave horribly toward others or violate their dignity. You have no extra latitude in that area. Of course not. It's just interesting to me that we tie the person so intimately to the art they create. And there's this idea that the art and what it was expressing is invalidated by the moral failings of the artist. Because, you know, art in the first place doesn't seem to me to be something that is ethical or needs to be ethical in order to say something valuable or, you know, be insightful. I see art as a reflection of the human condition, and I don't think human beings are purely good. You know, who thinks that? I think that there are lots of awful and troubling things about us, you know, again, myself included. I'm not a good person, you know, I'm not a bad person, I'm a person. I'm a person. And I think art should reflect that. If it doesn't, then it's going to be somewhat dishonest. You know, it's going to be missing something. There's going to be a disconnect. Maybe that's the prime virtue of good art, honesty. Maybe that should be the artist's ethical code. Be honest and authentic in expressing yourself. The good bits and the bad bits.